Nikki Philpott from the Ramblers. Well, an RAF Chinook helicopter has carried out food drops for livestock stranded by the huge snowdrifts in remote areas of Northern Ireland during an emergency operation. That was after the Agriculture Minister Sinn Féin's Michelle O'Neill appealed for help from the military. It's believed up to 10,000 animals could have been buried beneath drifts that have reached up to 18 feet in parts of counties Antrim and Down. Thousands of sheep and cattle are already feared to have died in the cold at the height of the lambing season. As we heard yesterday, rural communities are struggling to cope. Well, Radio Ulster's Will Leach braved the weather and went out with farmer Alec Macaulay, who's been trying to clear snow in County Antrim.
Roads blocked, no power, heat or food in his house. Alec Macaulay walked his family down to his parents' home over the weekend and then started digging his neighbours out. Now we're back.
Alec, we're walking upon a drift. This is the height of the dry stone wall up your lane at the entrance to Deer Park Farm.
Is that your house? I can just see the roof.
You just see, yep, that's my house down there. You just see the roof off it. So the only way up and down your lane is to walk on top of the drifts. You couldn't begin to get a vehicle up.
No, definitely not. My own livestock, they're half a bale of silage down there, and I'm hoping to get this cleared today to get down in to get my own livestock fed. There was about 50 sheep. I found 20 the other day. Now what else is missing I don't know, but you will not know till the snow and stuff clears away, unfortunately.
We'll go and see who else is up the road here.
Animals on the farm up the roads and things aren't getting fed because nobody can get near them with tractors to feed sheep and cattle, and there's roofs going in and whatnot. It's a very bad situation and there's elderly people up here that we're trying to get medicines and stuff to them, you know.
We spot some men coming down the road, tiny stick figures between the massive drifts. One of them is Eddie O'Neill, a man with just one thing on his mind.
Snow. In excess of 10 foot high. It's just everywhere. We have 2 diggers and a tractor, 2 tractors going. It's taken quite a long time.
Suddenly the snow's up above my head and above the Jeep, either side.
Yes, it is. It's very, very bad now. You're not at the worst part of it. Another half a mile on up the road, and it'll get a whole lot deeper than that now.
What cleared this bit of it?
Diggers and tractors.
How long did it take you to get up here?
Well, we have been at it 2 days or maybe more now. But the first night we done it, it blew back in again, so we had to start all over. Saturday night, all night, I think it was at 5 or half 5 in the morning. Went to bed for a few hours and back up yesterday morning, and we worked till 7 o'clock last night, and then there was another team taking over from last night, and they've been working through the night and they're still working away up here. I don't know how well they're getting on, but you will see here now.
The end of the road, 2 diggers tackling a wall of snow from here on. One of them, fulfilling a council contract, is Aidan Reid.
We started on Friday night and there's 2 shifts working 24 hours. 1983, I think, was the last bogs run we got 30 years ago. And we've nothing like that since. It's just a complete freak.
Now, what's the deepest you've seen it in terms of drift that you've cut through the last couple of days?
18 feet.
Where was that?
Down at my yard. That was higher earlier on, and then the one that kind of blew the top of the drift away.
Aidan Reid speaking to Will Leach in County Antrim. Well, farmers on the Isle of Man are also suffering the consequences of their worst snowfall in 50 years. Ian Parsons is a farmer with 1,000 sheep on the east side of the island. I spoke to him on his mobile while he was looking for his sheep in the snowy slopes of Snaefell, the island's highest mountain.
There's areas of the hill where there's only sort of 4 or 5 inches of snow, and there's other areas where there's 30 foot of snow. Gullies are completely filled in. We're just a case of out here trying to find the sheep. We're still finding sheep, finding them alive. Some dead, some are just frozen to the surface. The worrying factor is that, you know, on my hill alone, there should be 1,000 sheep out here, and I'm walking through the main sort of centre valley of the hill at the moment, and I'm not seeing many sheep, so I think it's going to be pretty frightening when the snow does finally go.
Where have they gone, do you think? What do they normally do in these circumstances?
We got out here when it was Thursday afternoon that the sort of forecast came in that it was going to be worse than we first feared. Got out here on Thursday afternoon and tried to sort of gather them into the sheltered ground at the bottom of the hill, which is the direction that the wind was coming in then. But during the snow on Friday, the wind has changed direction, certainly on my area, and it lifted the sheep out of where they were and sort of pushed them over to the other end of the hill. But from the other side of the island, there's where the snow sort of really dumped in off the mountains. There's several sheds collapsed in on cattle, just through sheer weight of snow on the roof.
And what do you do to find the sheep, Ian?
Just trying to sort of follow gullies.